Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you 5 simple ways that you can improve your gameplay at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Make sure that if you enjoy this video then you like it down below, subscribe to see more videos like this and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare content, and without further ado, let's get into the methods. Okay, so method number 1 is really straightforward. All you have to do is actually put a knife class in your custom classes and play with that. Playing with a knife improves your movement as you're thinking more about where you've got to go and you've got to play a bit more passively. So I definitely recommend that if you're trying to improve your movement in your actual game awareness, then trying to play with only using a knife and maybe a tactical and a lethal is a really good way to improve that side of your game. Where a lot of new players like rushing into the centre of the map where there's the most action going on, using a knife actually allows you to use the edges of the map a bit more and actually play the map a lot better, as well as building up streaks, which is why I find it a really useful method for improving my ability to go on longer streaks on Infinite Warfare. Okay, so method number 2, I wouldn't actually recommend you trying out straight away. I'd wait until you've played the game a bit and built up some game knowledge before you actually do this, but it's actually to play some hardcore game modes such as hardcore TDM or hardcore Dom, as it means that you have to play a bit more passively and a bit more thoughtfully because you are restricted to certain things such as a lower health, and you have to play without a mini-map. So you have to be, again, a bit more thoughtful and a bit more passive when playing this game mode. Another benefit of actually playing hardcore is that when you actually go back onto core and start playing, it feels a lot easier as the kill time on core is a lot longer, and so you feel like you have more time when taking your shots. Which makes you a bit more accurate when you're actually playing core. However, if you're playing competitive, it's also another good place to start with hardcore, as I think it's sort of a similar kill time on competitive as it is on hardcore, so it gives you a bit more of that range. And another thing about hardcore is that it's friendly fire, so when you're playing competitive, which is also friendly fire, it makes you a bit more used to that side of the game. Okay, so method number 3 now is actually picking up weapons off the ground and using them as your secondary gun. The main reason for this is that these weapons are often either epic, legendary or rare, or they have a lot of attachments on them where people have used them as their primary and put a lot of attachments on them, which means that when you're actually creating a class, you're only restricted to 10 slots. However, if you add these weapons up and their slots, it will actually go over the 10 slots, so you actually have an advantage over your opponents, as your class will obviously have a lot more slots on it because you've picked it off the ground, and so you'll be able to hopefully fire off shots better because where your weapon is a bit more upgraded, like your primary and secondary, you may be able to outgun players where you should actually lose your gunfight if you were using a actual secondary weapon. Another big benefit is actually when you run out of ammo for your primary weapon, then you have a really good backup weapon that you picked off the ground to continue your streak, because the worst thing is that when you're on a big streak you actually die because you have no ammo. So hopefully if you actually pick up a weapon off the ground and your primary weapon runs out, then you can use this backup weapon to continue your streak and hopefully get a nuclear. Okay, so method number 4 now is actually playing objective game modes as opposed to TDM. The main reason for this is that you're actually not just focusing on killing people, but you're also focusing on the objective, which actually improves your awareness as well as other things like your movement, because you're trying to do 2 things at once, maybe move the ball in uplink, or you're trying to get to the hard point as well as try and stay alive. So it improves your awareness and your ability to stay alive. So if you're wanting to build up streaks, then this could be a good possible game mode, as people are also focused on their attention on the objective, which gives you the chance to get quite a lot of kills if you want to try and build up streaks and stuff like that. If you're actually looking to play more competitive, then using the game modes that they use in the CWO and stuff like that is a great way to start off, because on public matches it's obviously a lot easier and there's some differences, but you actually get the general idea of the way them game modes actually play out. So if you're actually looking to play more sort of MLG game battles or UMGs, then I definitely 100% recommend that you start playing the competitive game modes a lot more. Okay, so the 5th and the final method of today's video is to actually use headphones instead of listening to the game sound through a TV. The main reason for this is that if you're playing with headphones on, you can actually grasp a better understanding of where the enemies are, which improves your awareness. They don't have to be the most expensive pair of headphones. Obviously, if you choose to buy and play with a more expensive pair, it will improve your performance a bit, but just any pair of headphones will do for when you're first starting. Like the PlayStation, if you buy a PlayStation, you do get a mic sort of that you can plug into your controller with it. I actually use the Turtle Beach Recon 200s, I believe they're called. They're a really solid pair of headphones for only, I think, £30 in the UK. But yeah, any pair of headphones will do. It will massively improve your gameplay from listening to the sound on your TV. So 100% I'd recommend that, and it's quite an easy thing to do. Most people have a pair of headphones or earphones lying about. It doesn't even have to have a mic. If you just have a pair of earphones, you can actually listen to the game sound through that. So yeah, that method is quite easy, and it will improve your gameplay by a lot if you just have a simple pair of earphones or headphones when listening to the game sound. Okay, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you found the methods useful and can actually use them to improve your gameplay on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you like down below. Comment down below any other videos or improvements you have for me to make. Subscribe for more Call of Duty content, and I will see you in my next video. See ya.